Okay, today we're going to take a trip to Shaftesbury and then on to Sherborne. We'll take a drive through this nice English countryside and just let you see two lovely historic old towns. So there you go. In a minute we're going to be driving through a place called Tollard Royal, which is where Guy Ritchie and Madonna bought a house a few years ago. Obviously they're not still together, and Guy Ritchie has since got remarried, but he still lives there and he owns a brewing company here as well. So we filmed this in May of this year, just before the King's coronation, so you can see how green and lush everything looks, and we really got lucky with the weather, just beautiful sun and blue skies. So it's not always that warm and sunny, but yeah, we did okay. So the channel is aimed at people that live here that are thinking of maybe getting a camper van and having a tour around, to give them some ideas, but also for people abroad, and let's say people in America, for example, who just want to see what the UK looks like. Okay, so we've parked up here in Shaftesbury. We're just down a sort of side road just off of the main high street. You can actually see the van up in front of us here, and we've come in Betty the Blue van today, and yeah, we'll have a look around. We'll show you some of these nice old shops, nice churches, old buildings, and yeah, it's a nice place to visit. Right, so this is the sort of bottom end of the high street. Again, just to give you an idea of what it looks like here. Lots of nice shops, lots of nice buildings. Nice little bakery up here as well on the left hand side, and yeah, it's just very nice. We'll walk up a bit further up the high street in a minute, up by that church there and the town hall, and then I'll have a wander around to Shaftesbury Abbey, so you can see the view up there, and then we'll go around to Gold Hill, which is probably the reason most people come here. You can see the nice views from up the top here. This is just up by Shaftesbury Abbey, which is through that archway there, and then what we'll do is we'll walk back towards the high street and then down to Gold Hill. You can see these cars here. There was like a little car boot sale going on. Okay, so this is us back now at the high street, and then what I'll do is I'll turn right here in a minute, and that'll take us down to Gold Hill. And you can see it turns into this sort of cobbled street down here now. I zoomed in on this just so you can see how old some of these buildings are. I think Shaftesbury Abbey was built in the year 888, I think, and then destroyed in 1539. And then this is Gold Hill. This was made famous in the UK with a Hovis bread advert in the early 70s, which was made by Ridley Scott, who's the film director who directed the film Gladiator. Obviously back then he was just making TV adverts. So I'm not sure how old some of these houses are, but many hundreds of years old, and it looks like they're all still lived in as well. And some of them they just look amazing. Some of them are tiny. And this cobbled street here as well it's really steep. I don't know if it comes out on camera, but once I get to the bottom of this hill, I'll turn around and walk back up again, just to give you an idea of how steep this hill is. I love this tiny little house here, just to the left of the thatched cottage. It's sort of picture postcard type place. So it's probably worth googling or looking on YouTube. Sorry, for the Hovis bread advert from the early 70s, and Gold Hill probably still looks exactly the same. Right, so now we're driving from Shaftesbury over to Sherborne, so I'll let you guys see some of the lovely sort of towns and villages that we have to drive through on the way. Some of the nice old buildings here. Again, lots of it hundreds and hundreds of years old. I'm guessing if there's any Americans watching, then they're wondering how we can drive on such narrow roads. And also in a minute we're going to come past a petrol station. So fuel over here, petrol and diesel, sort of around the £1.50 a litre, which in US So Sherborne Abbey was originally a Saxon cathedral built in the 700s, I think. Then it became a Benedictine monastery in about 900s, and then it was turned into just a regular church in 50. Henry VIII was the King of England, and he decided to split the Church of England away from the Catholic Church of Rome. He decided that he was going to be in charge of the Church of England, and then went round taking over, or in some cases destroying any of the Catholic monasteries and the sort of Catholic buildings, basically just taking the wealth for himself. So everywhere you look here, it's just really nice old buildings, and yeah, it's a really lovely town. We'll walk through here in a minute down a little alleyway that'll lead us into the sort of main high street, and then just walk up the high street and let you see what's there. Okay, so we'll just head under this little archway and into the high street. You can see that there's a little market going on here, and also there's a little stone building that was just in front of us just now. Just here, it's I think it's called a poultry cross, and I think it was to let people know where the market would be. They have others of these around. There's one in Salisbury, I know for definite. But yeah, if anyone has any more info on these things, feel free to let me know. Now there's a big market here in Sherborne once a month on a Sunday that has about 170 stalls, and it runs the whole length of the high street, and it's really worth going to. Really nice. places will sell a mixture of genuine antiques and stuff that's newer. Yeah, we like having a look around these. Obviously, they sell loads of different things, and yeah, it's just nice to have a little nose and see if you can find yourself a bargain. So as I mentioned before, they have a market once a month on a Sunday here in Sherborne, and this whole street is just full of stalls, and it's just really good, really worth coming to. And yeah, and if you're coming here to visit, you know, there's some nice sights here. A nice little church just up that alleyway there. Just really nice old buildings, especially some of these Tudor buildings. Yeah, they just look really nice. Right, I'll end the video in a second. Thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and yeah, I'll get another video out soon.